unpacking. Hopefully make it short. I got a lot of work to do today. Friday. Happy Friday to everybody. Whether you're a reseller, full-time job, whatever. For looking forward to the weekend. Happy Friday. Hey, Surfs. Been a while. I've been in a slump. Got to get back to it. Meg, what's up, girl? What type of slump have you been in as far as just like not listing stuff or just emotional slump? We'll get back into it. We'll get you back in. We will get you back in. Haven't been listing. Yeah. Listing is definitely my least favorite part of the biz. So definitely, I get it. Thrifting's fun, but yeah, listing sucks. But it's a habit, right? We get into it, and then it's like, all right, we can do 5 a day, and we get into that 2 weeks of doing 5 a day. And you're like, all right, I can bump it up. You got this. Let's do it. Because Meg, the more you list, you're going to get those sales, and those sales are what going to drive you to list more. At least for me, that's what drives me. Like going on spring break, not listing, my sales decline, and I started listing this week, and my sales have gone up, and that feels good. So I need more of that. Buc-ee's, Trisha, I know. This one did not come from Daytona or Jacksonville near you. We didn't have time to stop at those. But this one came, I don't remember where this one came. Somewhere, maybe in Georgia on the way down. It came on the way down when I went to Florida. So if you're just joining in everywhere, what's up, everybody? What's up, Barbara, over on Facebook? I hope I survive Goodwill bins tomorrow. Oh, gosh, I hope you do, too. Good luck. Good luck at the bins. I like the bins. I do like the bins. I just can't guarantee my income at the bins. That's my problem. Let's do Poshmark first. How about it? Since I have it up right here. Let's do Poshmark first. So the cinch. Again, why I'm liking Poshmark is because things are selling there that haven't sold on eBay in a while. So when pretty much people make me an offer, I take it because I just want to recoup that money and spend it on better items. Cinch it's been doing all right. I like the little logo. Used to do better for me with the cotton shirts. I definitely like the performance shirts. The performance shirts are good for me to sell. I'm still mad at you. I know. I'm sorry, Trisha. But I know you have your local taco place, but Torchy's Tacos, which you also have, is the bomb. What's up, user? How's it going? Callaway, Adidas, Under Armour, and Tiger Woods polos flying off the shelf. Yes, it's golf season. Golf polos are flying. I have 3, I think, today we're going to pack. I think I sold 3 things on Poshmark between yesterday and today, and so the last 24 hours, and I forget, 14 or something on eBay. Oh, yeah, don't put this in here, right? It's Poshmark. Guys, you're supposed to remind me. But, yeah, Ace Smith, that is for sure. Golf stuff, that's why I seasonally list. This is the time of year. All that stuff flies. And then once like July hits, people aren't buying golf stuff as much because they're starting to think, fall, winter's coming around the corner. You'll still sell it, but it's a good time of year to do it. Morning, Tammy. Flippin' Nurse, what's up? I don't have Torchy's, closest 2 hours away. What, Trisha? How do we have a Torchy's in Indiana? When did we become so lucky? And I also want to put on there, I don't know if you guys have Torchy's. So this was a cinch shirt. It sold for, I took a best offer of $17 on Poshmark. I bought it for $5. So I made money on it, but I'm happy to get rid of it because that thing was sitting around for a long time. Torchy's Tacos, they have I like their, I don't know, it's like a sassy or something. It's got a marmalade on it. But then their breakfast taco, I also get that for dinner. It's really good with beef. Wrangler Pearl Snap denim. I just packed up a denim shirt yesterday, LL Bean. Wrangler Pearl Snap denim went for $15. These used to go for $20 all day long. Now they're not selling, so I don't pick them up anymore. Again, sold on Poshmark. It's been on eBay for the longest of time. It hasn't sold. I almost got a scam on Poshmark. Uh-oh, I'm new to Poshmark. Tell me about it. I don't want to get that scam. Just got back into bed. Flippin' Nurse, how was your shift? I'm glad you're in bed. Where we are, it's a rainy day. I like to be there. Buc-ee's, good morning. Ben, what's up? Good morning. Did you watch the eclipse? Yes. So I'm in Indianapolis. So we had totality. Actually, my kids and I were talking this morning because it's rained every day since. And we were so lucky to have a beautiful day. Monday was 70-something degrees in Indiana. Clear skies, total lunar eclipse, 100% totality. It was I thought it'd be cool. It was amazing. It was amazing. Where do you store what you buy? Good question. So if I haven't listed it yet, I store it in bins like this. This is stuff I've listed, but I store it in bins. I put all my winter stuff in my storage unit, and then I have spring stuff over there too. So I'll put winter stuff over there. I'll bring spring stuff back if I don't have anything on my house to list. So that's how I store items that I haven't listed yet. Good morning. Did you watch Eclipse? I did. Sorry about that. My LL Bean is a little slow. What should I be looking for in LL Bean? A Smith. What LL Bean's moving slow for you specifically? Tell me that, and then I'll talk to you about it. They refunded them. Stephanie. Where'd you put anything? All I saw it was they refunded them. What did I miss? It was hectic. Ooh, a hectic day at work. Well, I'm glad you're home. Good morning, Leatherman. Morning, Leatherman. All right, I think we got this just the other week. This was because I think I posted on like a thrift haul on YouTube or something like that. I have stuff. I could do a haul again today. I'm not sure if I'll have time. By the way, I have my Whatnot show on Sunday. It is booked. I have 10 items in it so far, but I have all the pictures taken. So it's going to have like 50 or 60 items. Again, all really good stuff. As in like really good women's stuff, all women's. Everything starts at $1, 15-second sudden death. So if you really want something, go ahead and put a custom bid on it. Like say, I only want to spend $20 on that, nothing more. Go put a custom bid on it. Or that day, that's how you're gonna have to do it. But we're gonna have fun. Wifey's gonna be there. We're gonna have some lots of giveaways like unlocked by the chat. And then, of course, a buyer appreciation. But just wanted to tell you that because I have a lot to do today. So I don't know if I'll be able to do a live haul or a haul and post it at all. But this is a dry fit, standard fit polo. There's no hit other than the good polo or the good Nike symbol on the sleeve. So there's no golf course hit. But a 3XL is good. Hey, Pamela. A 3XL is good for most golf polos in general. This sold for $20. I paid $5 for it. $20, I paid $5 for it. I've learned a lot from you. Thank you, Melissa. Good. I hope to continue to learn from other people and continue to teach what I know. I learn all the time. 3-day weekend, going camping, flipping nurse, going camping. Where do you live again? What's up, AZ? What's up, Sunrise? Everyone's all the OGs. I miss the OGs. I know there's a lot that are still on here, and I love y'all, but I also miss the OGs that have gone away for a little bit. Cotton long sleeve button downs moving slow. Yes. So cotton LL Bean. Cotton long sleeve button downs, I only pick them up if they're a dress shirt. Like if they're an LL Bean like this, just a dress shirt, we're talking about LL Bean slowing down. I only pick these up if they are a good size, like a 2XL tall or XL tall, and there has to be multiple of them. So those are a great example of an item I'll lot together. So if I find 5 in a row, I'll lot 5 of those up in a row, and I'll sell them for $69.99. So they end up being, I pay 5 and they end up being like $12 to $13 a piece for the buyer. So that's how those will work. If you're talking about flannels, they sell for me around $18.99, $19.99, but they're not going to sell this time of year. Very rare for them to sell this time of year. Virginia, okay. Where do I what? I'm out $100. Thanks, Stephanie. I'm sorry. I just did my taxes. Just keep all that stuff in order. If you guys have losses on your items or whatever, keep that in order because those are tax write-offs on your business. So when you present your profits at the end of the year and you have a loss, you can take that loss against your profit. So let's say you have to pay taxes on $1,000 and you're in the 20 percentile bracket, you're going to have to pay $200. Well, if you had $100 mistake, you can take that 100 off of there, and from your 1,000, and you'd only owe 100. So make sure you write that stuff down and keep track of that. That's important stuff. I know it sucks right now, that money to be out, but at the end of the year, or right now, it helps a year from now. Good morning from Northeast Ohio. What's up, Bobby? How much time do you spend taking pictures and posting every time you have to? It just depends the items. If it's a quick, easy item, polos, I can do this time of year stuff very, very quickly, taking pictures and listing them. But I do everything from my phone. So a lot of times I'll take all the pictures from my phone. Let's say 15 to 30 pictures on my phone. I'll list a couple now when I take them, and then I'll list them throughout the day and night. So I try to list 15 or so a day. Yeah, so that's where I'm at with that. Hopefully that helps out. Have you ever heard of Masters 1934 golf shirts? Bought one for $5 and sold it for $110. No, Masters 1934 golf shirt. It must obviously is a limited edition. Let's get to eBay. So I had 3 Poshmark sales. And then on eBay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 sales. So 20 sales from yesterday morning, which isn't too bad. That's good. It's probably because I'm listing again. All right, let's make sure we have the right item. Ira, dang it, they're backwards again. I'll just flip the stacks. You guys know I get all my stuff out in order, right? We talked about that yesterday. I like Beaver hoodie. Guys, Buc-ee's. Oh, I love Arizona. You had those in Arizona, right? You have Buc-ee's. I love Buc-ee's so much. Good morning, Lauren. Good morning, everyone on YouTube, Facebook, if I missed you. Jack, what's up, Jack? Jack, dude, my frunk on my Tesla is full of stuff for you. It's been full of stuff for you for like a month and a half. I know you've been busy doing all your stuff, but I want you to have that. I want to get it to you. Love your content. Thanks, A. Smith. But yeah, I have so much stuff for you, including that Colts, Jack, all that good stuff. All right, first thing that sold, Tommy Bahama silk shirt. So Tommy Bahama camp shirt. This was just an XL. I think that's an older tag. I don't really know the tags with Tommy Bahama. I just know I look for silk, good patterns, good sizes, stuff like that. It sold for $24.99. I paid $5. Sold that on eBay. eBay takes their 13%, and I paid $5. That's my cost of goods. Frunk. I know. It's the frunk on a Tesla. You can make fun of me. Listen, Beatles had frunks for the longest time. No one made fun of Beatles. So that's going out ground. Again, buyer pays shipping for everything I sell. If you're new in here, there's always new eyes. So don't be mad saying, you always say that. I do, because there's new eyes. I lotted these up. These are Brooks Brothers with the little hit, but all the hits are the same color as the shirt. There's no contrast. The little golden fleece. So I decided to lot these up. They look really wrinkly because they are, they kind of have that look. These are actually the red fleece Brooks Brothers. So this is more of like the younger streetwear Brooks Brothers, or not streetwear, but like casual, not dress up Brooks Brothers. I lotted these up. They were $5 a piece, so I paid $15 for this, and I sold it for $44.99. So you can get an idea. Kind of, they paid about a little over $15 a piece for those. And I'll show you what my thumbnail looks like, so you guys can have a little bit of an idea of what I do with those types of items. How I take my thumbnail. It looks like that. So that's how my thumbnail looks. I know it's kind of hard to see, but you get an idea up there how it looks. Looks like that. Let me make sure it's going to the right buyer. Doop. Dominic. It's going to Dominic. Good. All right, back to y'all. What's up, little Denny? Yes, Jess. Good morning, The Adventure. Do the Orvis Active Fit long sleeve sell? I don't know the Active Fit. I don't know a lot of Orvis. I don't know the lines of, or at least the model. But I definitely know Orvis Trout Bum, and Trout Bum sells. But I don't know about Active Fit. I'm guessing it's like a polyester spandex type thing. Be careful with the Orvis now because Costco sells it. Sam's Club might too. Buc-ee's, I know, Jack. Did you go to Buc-ee's when you went to Florida? Did you go to Buc-ee's when you went to Florida? All right. So this sold, again, $44.99. Sitting this out. Buyer pays shipping on that, dude. How fast did those Brooks Brothers lots sell for you? Actually, this one took a little longer. This one took probably 60 days, which is kind of longer for something like that because really they're only paying 15 or 16 bucks a piece for them, and they're all the same size. When I sell the Brooks Brothers with the little fleece logo here, they sell for $21.99. So I was surprised it took a little bit longer, but I'm fine with 60 days on that lot. When they're all the same size and they have the logos and I can take a thumbnail like that, it's a for sure for me. And back to the LL Bean, same thing with the LL Bean. I'll take a similar picture when I lot them up of 5 so they can just see in the thumbnail because like I always say, 60% of people, at least on eBay, buy from their app. And I'm guessing probably the same with Mercari, Depop, and Poshmark. And so they want to see that little thumbnail. You'll have all the colors right there in patterns that they can see just scrolling. Next item is, of course, a Polo Ralph Lauren. Sold 2 of these yesterday or the day before, or whatever. Just a regular. This is purple stripes, or these are black stripes with the purple pony. This one sold for $18.99. This was one of my lower ones. $18.99 is the lowest I'll go. Buc-ee's, I know. I wore it just so all you guys would come in here and look up Buc-ee's. I see you over there, Desty. I know where you're probably heading. Go to the Orvis Active Fit. Yeah, I would maybe, I'll look at all those, but I'm guessing if they're the polyester ones that just say Orvis on them, I pass on those all the time. If that's the one you're talking about. I see him. Happy Friday, Sandra. Happy Friday and good morning, Stan. A question. I like how you put question, so I know, or put question marks in front of it. Let me answer that after I ship this one out. Again, what was that? Paid $5, sold it for $18.99. So that's like a $12 profit on that, or $10-ish. Let's just say 11 is my favorite number. Do you use a scan sheet form with USPS average? If not, why? I don't use, you mean like when I print all my labels like this, when they're all printed out, do I use a scan sheet so I can take it to the post office or here at home, they can scan it? I don't do it because it's a step that I've realized I don't need to do. I know it might be easier for them, but I go to the post office, I drop all my packages off, and I leave. If I did the scan sheet and all that stuff, that would be something extra, and I don't like to do unnecessary steps. I found that I don't have to do that, so I don't do it. How does Simply Southern with the turtle hit front sell? I don't know, A. Smith. I think Chris at Peak sold one recently, or Southern Marsh, one of the two. I don't pick up Simply Southern. I don't pick up either one of those brands. They might sell. I would look up comps online. So maybe if you found an extra large that's plaid long sleeve button, I'd just look up comps and see how they sell. So Buc-ee's, I know, Dusty, I wore it for you. Stores open in 16 minutes. You better get a move on. I can't. I got to list this stuff. I am going to go to someplace today. Probably a couple places. Okay. You guys remember yesterday. So I was talking about my inventory system and how it's crazy. And some people are throwing up. Some people are like, that's how I do it. And Buried came on and was like, I bet you can't find this piece. He texted it to me and I found it. How long did it take me? You guys remember I timed it. It was really quick. Legit, like a couple minutes into that live, this same shirt that I picked out sold. It did not sell to him. So he needs to come back on and do that again with something really expensive. That would be great. I'm about to list something really expensive so that can happen. But yeah, bought this for $5, sold it for $21.11. These are those Capline Patagonias. I really don't pick these up as much anymore. They still sell, but they're a base layer, so they do all right. I don't know if you guys pick these up and sell them. I'm sure you do. Desert is either going or coming back from. It's either, I got you, coming or going back to Disneyland. Hey Hey, your tan suit looked like it would work for my couple. Which tan suit, Danny? I will go out today, and I saw what size you wear, so I will go out today, and I'll let you know. I still have 3 things for you. Okay, so that for some reason was going out priority, so I need to take that off. Ethan, what is up, dude? You cold, Mr. Bucky's man. Listen, Ethan, where have you been? Ethan Banks is in the house, everybody. And I got a PS5, Ethan, and I've been playing Fortnite. I'm awful, but you need to get on and play. Text me. Second best to Disney. Yes, it's really like Disney. Bucky's is like Disney. I mean, you see the sign, you get those butterflies, especially when you've been driving a long time. You know you're going to go in. If you go in on the weekends, the mascot's going to be there and bring a smile to your face, and you're going to get really good stuff. The difference is you're not going to pay. Well, yeah, you will pay a lot of money. You end up leaving there. You're like, how did I just spend $80 on food and like a little bit of merch? I had to get it. Okay. William Murray shirt. Now, this I bought retail arbitrage, and I sold it for $40. Bought it for $20, sold it for $40. What you know about that, Dusty? What you know about that? I sold an Amen Corner Master shirt shortly after your live yesterday. Diane, sending you the juju. That's what it's about. Masters, the Amen Corner. You'll see Masters collection, all that stuff. Yes, that stuff is selling hot right now for good reason. For good reason. You have to watch your live thrift. I don't know if I'm going to do a live thrift today, though. I have a lot. I have to finish loading my Whatnot show, and I have to list stuff. My son, we're having family over for his birthday, which was March 30th while we were on the cruise. So, and I'm really upset. And let me tell you why. I know it's his birthday, but I really want to get Papa John's stuffed crust, right? It's cheap, it's delicious, but not all the adults. Like, all the old people in our family don't like Papa John's. So, like, my parents, my wife's parents, yeah, the old people. And they don't like Papa John's. And so we have to get something different. I'm like, I'm going to have to spend more money, and I'm not going to like it as much. God, I'm so cheap. What's wrong with me? Do you use a P.O. box for returns? Yes, Das. I use a P.O. box for everything. So about 2 years ago, I got a P.O. box. I use that address for shipping, and I use that address for returns. So nothing comes and sits outside of my house. It goes to the P.O. box. Everything's from my P.O. box. And it's a write-off. I just wrote that off doing my taxes. I'm officially no social media. Just came in to say hi. Ethan, I appreciate you. You have my number anyways. You can say hi. My 6-year-old son is obsessed with Fortnite. I know. I can see why. I never played it in my life. I just started playing it, and I'm garbage. Wait, I missed the brand. Lulu, which brand? Which one? William Murray? The William Murray brand? Looks like this. So William Murray, that brand right there. A lot of times you'll see this little logo right there on it. If that's the brand you're talking about, William Murray. That's another one new with tags. I have a bin right here that has all new with tags polos that are just different. Hey, bro, what's up? You buy clothes? I do buy clothes. I buy clothes and resell them online. The old people. I mean, the older people in the family. This is a belt, retail arbitrage. Bought it for $18, sold it for $45. I already packed it up, and it's shipping out. So, yeah, sales were pretty good. That's why I have to keep listing. Who would have thought? List more, sell more. It's easy math. Papa John, Dusty, Papa John's all day. Look at you guys. Pop over Pizza Hut. You are my friends. You guys are literally my friends because Pizza Hut is cardboard. Like, you could probably have a taste test. Eat the box or the pizza, and you might even prefer the box over the pizza. Pizza Hut is cardboard. And when you pick up the pizza, it weighs nothing like cardboard. Literally, you're paying $10 for air. Hoodie surfs up OP. Yes, I know. It's so nice. What's up, Caleb? Caleb, you listen. The last time you were on here, you found like 17 items that day, and it wasn't great. Was it 17? My memory, right? And then yesterday, you found like 78, at least I saw. Just saying, that's a good pickup. I wear Simply Southern t-shirts all the time, women's. Respect is terrible. I just pick up where the bins sell at the flea market. Got you, Bobby. Yeah. Simply Southern they came out kind of like after Vineyard Vines, I think, and they kind of have that look. Same with like that ivory, whatever. I don't pick those up. So thank you. Pizza Hut doesn't have any sauce. No, that's another thing. Papa John's extra sauce. You got to have that extra sauce. Crazy thing is I sold a Casio watch that's sold out everywhere that TikTok has been talking about for 200. D-Rocket, what is a Casio watch? Casio. Okay, I don't know too many Casio watches, but what is it? I know Swatch came out with Omega Moonwatch. Bro, I picked up 3. Dusty, you want me to come up there? You want me to come up to your... Dusty and I live in Indiana. I'm about to come into her territory and take all her stuff. Unless you pay me. Yeah, that's called blackmail. So these shoes, these are the most common Cole Haan shoes. I don't know if Ethan's still in here. These are the most common Cole Haan shoes I find. These black knit. They sell new for a lot of money. Like, I think I don't know, 100 and whatever, but I buy them. I buy them often. I took a best offer of $30 on these. These are going out in a priority shoebox. So let me put these in my Costco bag. We'll get on our way. I do have some questions, so let's go in. Sir, can you keep an eye for a briefcase for me? Yep, I sure will. Do you have 2 different color eyes, or is it the lighting? It's the lighting. My eyes are blue, but a good family friend of mine, they do have 2 different color eyes. He has 2 different color eyes. Papa John's has the garlic sauce with the pepper cheese. Yeah, Papa John's is better all day long. And it's so good. If you get a Papa John's pizza, your bicep hurts on the way home, or the next day at least, because it's so good. Let's see. Good morning, sir. What's up, Sophia? What have you been? Looking to hit up some please this summer. Caleb, where do you live, by the way, Caleb? Hello, I'm a big fan. Thank you. You're one of the couple guys that inspired me to start reselling. I like to hear that. Appreciate you. I hope you're doing well with it. I want to give you good information. I don't want you to be unsuccessful. Thanks, Buried. I need to talk to you here in a second. I was wondering, what's the name of the store from where you buy the liquidation clothing? Like Columbia, shorts, tags, stuff like that. So it was Dick's Outlet, and I've never seen a sale like that before. So I don't know. Hopefully they'll have one again like that. But people ask me all the time, like, where do you find? You literally just have to hit the streets. You just have to go to those outlet stores, or go to the TJ Maxx's, the Marshalls, call up there. For example, Marshalls, when are you guys having your big yellow tag sale? They have a couple of them a year. Talk to the managers, talk to the employees, go in once a week. You just have to keep beating at the door and figure it out before other people. That's how you stay on top of that stuff. I get that question a lot. Same thing with online arbitrage. If you get a message and it's like final sale, an extra 75% off the clearance, you better get on there quick, because that stuff will leave, because thousands of people got that same email. How has Poshmark been doing lately? I sold 3 things overnight since yesterday morning. So it does well. Picked up a vintage book, Back to Eden, for $1. Sold for 105 days. Back to Eden? I've never heard of that book, but my daughter's name is Eden, spelled exactly like that. I might have to look that up. Sold for $5. I don't look through books. When we did estate sales, I did a lot. There were always libraries and books, and some of them did okay, but I haven't done any since then. What's your system for inventory? How do you find your items in a bin? I'm glad you asked that question, Monty, because yesterday, Buried, the way I do it is I'll talk fast about it, because a lot of people, I talked about it yesterday. You can go watch my replay lives on YouTube. But I do like items. So I take pictures, bring them downstairs, and I put them in one of my 80 bins that have like items. These are all new with tags, Levi's. So if I sell yellow pair, new with tags, Levi's, I know where it's at. So I know where everything is in my basement. And someone on TikTok yesterday, Buried D, said, okay, he sent me a message. He said, how good are you? Find this. Sent me a message. I went and found it. and I don't know how much time. It was like 15 seconds or less. And then that item buried sold. That item sold within 10 minutes. How crazy is that? That's crazy. Do you have any employees or help with the listing photos? Nope. I have no employees. The only employee I have is Autoposher, virtual assistant. That's my only employee. It's just a virtual assistant, and it's my cross lister now too. And it makes me a ton of money. So Autoposher would probably be like, if there was no such thing as Autoposher, where I'd have to send out offers, send out shares every day, all the stuff it does automatically in the background, and all that stuff, I'd probably be paying someone $400 a month to do that stuff for the time it takes. And it costs way, way less to have Autoposher. Casio making a G-Shock, other affordable watches. Yes, G-Shocks. Yeah, those are the most popular Casio watches. G-Shocks. I'm not into quartz watches. I'm not really into quartz watches. I use the same bin. Seems scammy. Whatever. Buried. Keep on with you. What about Shipping Brad? What about Shipping Brad's doing all right. We're chilling this morning. We're warm in our hoodie. Listening Brad about to smack down. Listen, Thrifting Brad's about to come up to Fort Wayne and snag everything I find. Keep on, Dusty. These are Old Navy linen blend shorts. Not Old Navy. No, not Old Navy. These are Gap. Oh, God, here he goes. Barry's doing it again. These are Gap linen blend shorts. Blue. I picked them up because they were new with tags just yesterday. If you didn't watch my live, we packed up a pair of pants that were new with tags Gap. So if I find Gap that's not outlet, or J. Crew that's not outlet and it's new with tags for $3.99 or something, I'm going to pick it up. They'll eventually sell. These sold for $21.99 full asking price on eBay. So do I pick up Gap? No. If it's new with tags, yes. There. I bet 5 minutes. Put me and 13 Brad about to get elbow slammed. Dusty, calm down. Don't get so mad. Why are you mad? I'm trying to see Taylor Swift. Let me get back to you guys real quick. How do you remain so efficient? You are doing all the numbers of 2 people. So like I said, thank you for answering me, by the way, of course. That's what I'm here for, so I go live. Number one, I feel like I have ADHD, like I'm always going. That's why I think having my job and doing this as a side hustle was great for me, because I was constantly doing something. I'd rather do this than watch TV. So I just constantly do something. I would say the longest process for me is listing. And I don't go on Instagram very often live, but if you go over to YouTube and Facebook or TikTok, you'll watch me do my live stuff. And I talk about it often. How can you cut down your listing process to make it super efficient? So in what ways? For me, I do my measurements in my listing, so I don't have to rewrite all that stuff. My organization system, I don't have to put a SKU number in and then organize it like that. There's a lot of ways that you can cut down in your listing to make it extremely efficient. So that's what I would recommend. What's up, Reisner? USPS told me that USPS pickup, they can only scan 5 items. Has anyone heard this? Shannon, I think K-Way talked about that not too long ago. And he's probably watching this on his way to his cruise. So if you're watching this, K-Way, you need to come in and speak up. But I'm pretty sure that's not true. I'm pretty sure he said it's their job to do it, because he used to work for the post office. I think he said it's their job to do that. Good morning, Matthew. Good morning, Joanne. I'm from Northeast Ohio. I think Bobby is too. Northeast Ohio. Okay, Caleb, I did not know that. All right, good to know. I know some people from Ohio that do really well with clothing in Ohio, so obviously you guys do well. Morning, Audrey. Bucky's fan. Audra, of course you are, Audra. Me and you, we have so much in common. Matthew says, hey, Caleb Sales, I love your channel. Yeah. The other day, Caleb was like, sirs, I have to shout out your channel. It's not about doing that stuff. You have quality information for people. So Caleb Sells on YouTube is a creator that I follow, and I watch his stuff because I learn. I'm a student and a teacher all at the same time. 3 minutes until thrifts open. Wish you luck. I wish you luck. I do like I do like item system also. I like Lou. I like the system. I do. I like the system. I do. Um, if I had employees, I would definitely have to probably go to a numeric system with the bins and everything, so they know exactly where it is. I just know where everything is. Show me how you find your most expensive item. Let's make that thing sell. Exactly. That's what I want to do. You go to my eBay store and you say, find that item. Did you see the live on Whatnot at Bucky's literally selling things off the shelves? No, I didn't. I did not see. I was like, Old Navy. I know, Lulu, not Old Navy. It was Gap. I'm just catching up on this. Sorry. Rise and shine. You got this. Thanks, Anita. Yeah, rise and shine to everybody. Except it's not shiny here. The sun has risen, but it's not shining. It's rainy. Morning all. Getting ready to hit up a few garage sales this morning. Picked up a vintage pair snaps yesterday. Let's go. Yeah, we don't have garage sales right now because it's raining. I'm so upset. We're gonna get them. We're gonna get them soon. Okay. Did you stop at Bucky's on the way down for the cruise? I sure did. As many as my wife let me. All right. Do we ship the next item or do we answer Buried's text? All right. Buried wants us to find this Wallace and Barnes shirt. So he just texted and said he wants me to find this because he likes his test. Why is my system work so quickly? Okay, so this Wallace and Barnes flannel shirt. He wants me to find it. So you guys can count how long it takes me to find that one. Now, flannels might be a little tougher because of the pattern, but I'll find it. Wallace and Barnes. Barry, this is a $31 item. If it's going to sell, like, send me something that's worth like $300 if I even have anything listed for that much. I want to sell something worth money. All right, Wallace and Barnes. Let's find it. Ready? 3. I got to look at the pattern. 3, 2, 1, go. How long? How long that time? Wallace and Barnes flannel. So there's my inventory system. As crazy and messy as it looks, time after time again, I prove that it works for me. Might not work for everybody. So hopefully that sells today. No more requests, Barry D. Let's get back into eBay. Sims. This is a Sims shirt, short sleeve button up. This has sat since last summer. Of course, it's going to start selling now. This stuff just doesn't sell very well throughout the winter for obvious reasons. It sold for $21.99 full asking price. And this is going out. All this stuff right now is on eBay. Hi from New York. What's up, eBay? Or what's up, New York? What's up, eBay and New York? eBay will never watch my stuff. They like to sponsor people who don't even resell. I sent him that text 10 minutes ago. He's been thinking about it. No. And plus, on top of that, Buried, I reorganized my whole basement. All my flannels are put up, like they're tucked away almost, because that stuff doesn't sell this time of year. So even at that, that's how quickly I found it. Just saying. Just saying. Morning. The same here with the ADHD. It makes me hyper-focused. In April 2020, I saw 53 items on Amazon because of COVID. We only could ship FBA, so everything was cheap from home, and a 2-year-old. Yes. I mean, we have what we have. It's undiagnosed. I think my kid has it too. It's 100% hereditary. My dad for sure has it. What's your favorite item you ever sold? Oh my gosh. I used to sell antiques, collectibles. I've sold some really, really cool stuff over the years. Like really cool stuff. I don't know. The problem is when I sold antiques and collectibles, which I have a lot now that I've kept, the really, really nice stuff, I end up keeping, like really nice stuff as like a investment type of deal. Unless I feel like it's a trend. Like art can go in and out. Like right now, mid-century is really hot, but like turn of the century is not hot. So just depends. Do you pay for Autoposher or the free version? So Joanna, Autoposher is the free versions for 7 days. If you go through my link on surfstuffinds.com, you get $5 off your first month. But I pay for the full version. So like I said, I promote Autoposher, I get a little kickback from you guys using my link, but I have to pay for it. It's nothing like that. And I wouldn't promote anything. I don't promote anything, actually. I don't promote anything or sell anything other than Autoposture because it's truly a really good program. I've used it since May, and now that as a cross-lister, I use it. I would never promote anything that I wouldn't use myself, and I don't sell anything. I mean, I don't want to, like, I could have come into this business being a teacher and knowing how to do lesson plans and everything and done a whole huge manifest of bolos and what to look for and updated it and have a subscription service and all that stuff. That's not me. That's not me. Surfs, 10 seconds. Thanks, little Denny. I trust your time. I trust your time. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Friday. Lots of yard sales here today. Momo, go hit them. Get them. Hit them for me. We have rain. We don't have yard sales today. I'm excited for my Western shirts. I know. It's probably $1,000 painting you sold 90% off. I know. Actually, let's go to the next item. It wasn't mine. I've probably told a story. I'm not going to tell it again. But I've sold lots of cool things. I mean, lots of things I found at, I'll just tell you an example. And this is not even that expensive an item. My dad did a estate sale, so I'd go in first, help them organize it. So pull stuff out of closets, organize it on their tables, and then they would list it or price it. I would buy it, whatever. G.I. Joes, a whole bunch of G.I. Joes. Look up the Nurse G.I. Joe, the vintage Nurse G.I. Joe. For some reason, it was unique. I'm like, look at all these G.I. Joes. A female G.I. Joe? That's weird. It's worth like more than most G.I. Joes. Stuff like that. That same estate sale is where I got that cognac from. That's worth a whole bunch of money. This is a new with tags. Ralph Lauren. You guys know I picked all these up. I have a short on them. I picked them up at a thrift store, $7.99 a piece. Sold it for $39.99. $39.99. Where do I find your link? surfsupfinds.com. Now, I do have a link tree in my bio. You can go through that. I don't know if you can find it or not. I probably couldn't. But there's a link tree. If you guys are familiar with those, I have a link tree with all that stuff on my link tree. But I think it's easier just to say to go to surfsupfinds.com. But it also sounds scammy. Like, go to my website and buy my stuff. So, all right. This one sold for $39.99. I had $7.99 into it. It's going to Alani. I love the name Alani. I've always loved that name. You sell everything? Yeah, I sell everything. If it's worth money, I will pick it up and sell it. I don't even think I have this listed. Game Boy, whatever. Plush, big items. Like I just sold a really tall, really big airline or travel case for golf clubs. I just sold that. I bought it for $10 at Goodwill, put it in my garage. I sell it locally on Facebook Marketplace. So anything like that, I do on Facebook Marketplace. I don't want to ship those things. It sells for $100 on eBay. Cool. I bought it for 10. I'll list it for 50 locally, and I'll sell it the same day, and I'll get cash. So, 3,500 or not 53. Yeah, 5,300. My bad. Yeah, 5,300, Lauren. That's awesome. That's crazy. Yeah, especially during that time, people were buying because everyone were getting stimulus checks, and so yeah, if you had inventory to sell, you are in the money. Do you list clothing on eBay as like new or good? So on eBay, it's just, for the most part, it's either used, new with tags, or pre-owned, new with tag, or it might be used, new with tags, new without tags. Those are the categories. So most of mine are used, but I do have new with tags. Then someone said, okay, been doing it forever, just keeping up, keeping everything. It would do shows, eBay, occasional. And someone said during COVID at Goodwill, why don't you do clothing too? Exactly. Why not do clothing too? It's a good filler. I have no choice. I mean, I talk about it all the time. I have no choice because that's the most abundant. This is what I really like to do. I really, really, really am into right now buying retail arbitrage items, spend a ton of money, which you sit on, but you can sit on this. It takes you 2 minutes to list one item, but you have 50 of them. So you list 50 quantity And so those will just continue to sell. It's just like listing 50 items, but you're doing it in 2 minutes. I love it. Buc-ee's. I know. I love Buc-ee's. Morning, Ryan. I had rain for the last 5 days. I know. Us too, Momo. Rain's got to stop. I'm coaching a game this weekend, and my daughter has her first soccer game, and she's super excited for it. So we gotta get this rain out of here. Rain, go away. Come again another day. I just packed that, but that's not the next thing that I sold. The next thing I sold was this Tiger Woods hat. I bought all this at the Dick's Outlet. So bought this for $5, sold it for $15. Talked about this yesterday. I dropped the price on all these Tiger Woods hats because he's no longer with Nike, and I think they cut ties and just clearance all his stuff away. So I thought these would sell for more. I thought they would sell for 25, 20. They weren't, so I dropped them all to 15. I bought a whole bunch of them for $5, selling them for 15. That's like buying something for $500 and selling it for $1,500. So it's the same math. Got to get the box. I do ship these out in these little boxes. What is the cheapest way to ship jeans? I don't know now with USPS. It just depends on where someone lives. But I ship all my jeans in a padded flat rate envelope. I know a lot of people don't. If you're on Autopot or if you're on Poshmark, you can ship in anything priority. But on eBay, I just do all mine in a padded flat rate envelope, and I have sales, and they're fine. But if it's calculated shipping and you live on the East Coast and it goes to someone in California, it's going to cost them more than if you ship it in this. But if they live closer, it's going to cost you less. So it just depends. Let me put this in a Costco bag and call that a day. Do you do retail arbitrage on Amazon too, or no? No, I don't. I don't sell on Amazon, if that's what you're talking about. And I don't buy on Amazon to resell, if that's what you're talking about. Ever sell any item, wish you had it? Oh, yeah. Lag, I have. So I'm a watch guy, as you know, and I bought some watches right before the pandemic. And then, as you guys know, everything went up in value. And I sold a lot of those because I saw that the time was then. And I wish I had a couple of them back, but it's okay. I could rebuy them. But I just took advantage. And in fact, those prices have dropped. Those prices have dropped on those watches. I bought a Monster zip hoodie for $6 at Goodwill. Didn't realize it was rare. Sold it for $100 on eBay. Tanya, what on earth Monster hoodie sold for $100 used? That's crazy. That's good. What was special about that? Maybe it was like a team giveaway. So a lot of teams are sponsors in like dirt bike riding teams, dirt bike teams are sponsored by Monster. Maybe it was a giveaway, or like it was a team issue. Team issue is what I mean. Here's another Travis Matthew hat. Sold this one for $17.99. I only had a few of these. These are fitted. So they sell for a little less than the snapbacks. Bought it for $5, sold for $17.99. Super easy. So sold 2 hats today or overnight. Do you do retail arbitrage at Marshall's? I do, Momo. I do. I actually went yesterday to TJ Maxx in Burlington, and I bought 0. TJ Maxx had really good. So in our area, we have a few Marshalls, a few TJ Maxx, but there's one part where they have a really big TJ Maxx, and they get the best inventory. They had such good Peter Millar polos. I mean, all over print, cocktails, like everything going for them. They were $39, and that was just too much for me. It's just too much for me to spend $39 on those. Just too much. So I didn't get them. But yes, I do. When they have their big clearance sales, they weren't on clearance either. So when those go on clearance, maybe they'll last that long. I will scoop them up. If they were $10 cheaper, $30, I would have probably scooped them up and sold them for $60 each. Because obviously, like 3 timesing your money is good, or two times doubling your money is good. But yeah, I don't want to. I don't know. I don't think I would have doubled my money on those. Basically, what I'm saying. That's going to Brent. And that's what's up with that. By the way, I hope all you guys are having good sales in this weekend ever. Biggest sale ever? Oh my gosh. Yellow Label coat sweater, a good item to buy. Yellow Label company sweater. I'm at the thrift. Thanks. I don't know Yellow Label. Yellow Label. I've never heard of Yellow Label Co. Maybe I'm missing. I don't know that one. I don't know. Biggest sale ever. Profit margin or other. For me personally, I've sold a painting for $46,000, a painting for $26,000. Both of those I had about $10,000 in after restoration, which was just cleaning. I sold some watches, but made about $5,000 to $6,000 on those. But so those paintings were big. There are a lot of things that I would buy for like a couple $100 and sell for like a couple thousand or something like that. But those are some big sales. Those were bigger sales of mine. Yeah, when I did antiques, and you think how hard, like the money was great. Back then, the money was great. Now I'm nickeling and diming. So I talk about this to people all the time outside of here. I used to pick stuff up for $100, $200 and sell it for $1,000. The stuff's still out there, but I could do it often because I could get into estate sales before the public, or people would contact me, which still happens sometimes, and say, hey, I have this, I need the money. Do you have a buyer or whatever, stuff like that. So yeah, but now I can't find this stuff as much. So now I'm nickeling and diming, but the ROI is still good on this stuff. If you just sell enough, it's fine. And you know what? The best part about this is that I didn't have to go into work today. I can go to bed every single night knowing I don't have to get up to go to work and be somewhere where someone's relying on me to do something. That's the best part. If my son's sick, I can stay home with my son and not have to worry about anything else. These are BKE jeans. As you know, my favorite brand of jeans to sell. Of course, my favorite brands of jeans are Double RL or whatever. But I find these often, and they sell pretty quick. These are Jake Straight. There's all sorts of different names. I do not buy women's. I only buy men's. They cost me $7.99. These sold for $32.99 plus buyer pay shipping. And I'm shipping jeans in this. How do you ship blazers and suits? Leon, good question. And I also had another question over here. That's a good question too. So I will show you how I do a blazer and suit. I need a list. I have a ton of really, really, really good blazers and suits that I have not listed. I just dread it. That's my least favorite thing, but they hit so well. The ROI is so good. Okay, so let's get a long sleeve. Let's get a long sleeve shirt. Let's say this is a blazer, right? What I do, I fold the buttons in like that. And then the arms in. And then what I do is I roll it up like this. And so the blazer's rolled up, so it's not going to have wrinkles in it. If you fold it, it might come to them with wrinkles, which whatever, or creases. But I roll these up, and then I ship them, usually a blazer and a padded flat rate envelope. And I've never had any issues or complaints with shipping. So that's how I do it. There are other ways to do it too, obviously, but that's just how I do it. The other good question was Grub, and don't say sorry. Don't ever say sorry because you're a newbie. There's always new people. That's the whole point. I go on here, K-Way, we all go on here there's always going to be waves of new people to make extra money. So what's arbitrage? So retail arbitrage is when you go to retail stores to buy stuff cheap and then resell it online to make a profit. For example, when stores are having big clearance sales, you can go buy stuff for cheap, resell it online and make a profit. That's retail arbitrage. A lot of times that can be risky because if you're new to it, if you're a newbie, you might not know how, if the market's saturated with that item, stuff like that. Also, retail arbitrage, you're usually paying up. You're not paying a $4 thrift store price. You're paying maybe $20 to $30, and you might be sitting on it a while. So you'll have some money wrapped up. Online arbitrage is the same thing. You just buy stuff on online clearance sales or whatever and resell it online. Polo Ralph Lauren, just a Polo Ralph Lauren shirt with a white collar. This sold for $19.99. I usually don't buy Polo Ralph Lauren short sleeves unless they're unique. This had that white collar, so I purchased it. $5 into 20. Amy D, happy Friday. Thanks for saying hi and coming in. BKE skinny slow sales for me. Jeff, BKE skinny, women's or men's? Women's or men's? That's my question. Is that the long brand jacket hanging up? No, that is a Polo Ralph Lauren. That's a Polo Ralph Lauren varsity jacket right there. That's what that is. Okay, let's get this one out. Making sure it's going out to the right purchaser. Again, if you're new in here, I pick all my items out. I put them on my shipping station, and then I print out all my labels, and they just print them out in order. So I get stuff on timeline when they were purchased, and so they all ship out perfectly or print out perfectly, and that's how I do it. So that's how that works. Before we get to the next item, thanks for coming last time, man. Pretty good resales. Joel, that was awesome, man. People showed out for you. You know, I was waiting for that double RL. I would have paid up for whatever it was. But yeah, that was awesome. I watched what I could. Had the kids were busy and stuff, but congratulations with that show. And you're such a good person. So I hope you'll do well. You're going to continue to kill it. You are the best. Thank you. You're welcome. BK Skinny. That's awesome. How much was it worth? What did I pay? For what? It's not great for that, or for what? Buc-ee's. I know. I've been talking about Buc-ee's. You guys have been here like, quit talking about Buc-ee's. I love Buc-ee's. Sold BKE women's this week, but not as much. $25. Audra, if BKE was a consistent seller for $25, I would be picking that up. So I don't know. I'm thinking silver jeans, silver Suki women's jeans. I used to pick those up in a larger size, and they used to sell, but BKE has not. Lag, I sold a double RL blazer for $600. Of course you did, because that is like one of the best brands. Yes, double RL is so awesome. I'm envious. How many years doing antiques? Caroline, yes, and she said, yes, it's changed. So this is the Scottish house. The reason I didn't care about the brand. The reason I got it is because it was 100% cashmere, and this is Argyle. You could put Argyle or Diamond, but I put both of those in the item title. And this is going out. This is going out priority. It's going overseas. So it was made in Scotland, and it might be going back to Scotland. It's going out priority. Okay, so antiques. I'll tell you, I started antiques in 2000. I started selling on eBay in 2001, but I don't think it was antiques. I started selling antiques probably in 2003 or 4. Like my junior or senior year in high school is when I started selling antiques. So 20 years ago is when I started selling antiques. And then it really slowed down for me in about 2018. About 2018 is when it really slowed down. I didn't get the phone calls. I go to estate sales and everything's priced to the sky, stuff like that. So I really miss those days a ton. Good morning. What's up, Yinny? So you have your own LLC, or you just do 1099 for reselling? I do 1099. So I get 1099. They also send a 1099 to IRS. So I break down all my numbers and everything. I just finished my taxes yesterday. So I get 1099. Can you tell us how to tell if clothing item is vintage? Leanne, vintage for clothing is 20 years or older. So it's 20 years or older. That's what would make it vintage. To tell if it's vintage, there's a lot of different factors. One is if it's a single stitched shirt with the Made in the USA tag. A lot of times that's a clear sign that's vintage. There are some single stitch now that they're coming back out with that aren't vintage, but that's a telltale sign it's vintage. A lot of times when a t-shirt has a screen print like this, back in the 90s and 80s, they'll have a little artist or company who made it and a year by it. That's something how you can tell. Or if you're looking at a certain brand, let's say Abercrombie & Fitch, just type in vintage Abercrombie & Fitch on eBay, sold, used, sort them from highest price to lowest price, and you can educate yourself that way as well. This is a Cajus polo, sold it for $49.99. Good morning. What's up, Liv? Happy Friday. Oh, for the jacket hanging up, I paid $150. I paid $150 for this jacket, new with tags. $150 for this jacket, leather, Polo Ralph Lauren jacket. I couldn't pass it up. Paid $150 for it. Yeah, and it's got like even the metal details on it. This patch, it's just sick. It's just sick. So, love that jacket. Love that jacket. I think Polo Ralph Lauren, it just, people know me by it by now, and I just have come to appreciate it. A lot of it's artwork to me, so it's really cool. Couldn't doubt any of you guys. I know, Joel, it was really cool. It was crazy last night. Sold some BKE Bermuda shorts this morning. Yes, good call. BKE shorts do well as also. I haven't sold the khakis, but I know BKE jean shorts do well. Just sold BKE Jake this morning. BKE's my favorite pair of jeans to sell. They always sell for me, for men's. Hi, everybody. Hi. Good morning, Lucy. Good morning. Welcome to class. She said teach. Welcome to class. P-Wing. Yes, P-Wing. Riser's coming in. That's the P-Wing. They'll refer to it as P-Wing. Go to Polo. Type in vintage P-Wing on Polo Ralph Lauren vintage P-Wing. Sold, used, priced, sort highest to lowest, and just take a look at the first few pages of the beautiful items. First few pages of the beautiful items. I picked up a pair of Levi's Silver Tag baggy. Yes, those are a huge bolo right now, especially if they're the older from the 90s, made in the USA. Silver tag, even the made in Mexico are fine if they're older. Levi's Silver Tab. Probably my favorite Levi's to pick up right now. I got you, little Dan. I got you. Dad passed, and now I have a ton of Shawnee and McCoy. Will it sell? Shawnee and McCoy. Like McCoy pottery? Is that what you're talking about? McCoy? It used to. I keep thinking that I'm getting bananaed on TikTok because K-Way did. But it always asks me to do the puzzle piece. I keep teasing them about how I own TikTok. Got 5 items, can't complain. Hey, 5. Caleb, you just got 78. Let's zoom out. I bet you're feeling fine about it. Today is like a relaxed thrift day because you know in the back of your mind, having the same personality probably, that you have 78 items that you got and you're chilling because you know you're good for the week. I know you. But the next store, you'll get more. Because remember last time you got 5 and then you got more or like 2 or 3. You got more at the next store and they were better than the previous store. Also, search Cookie Patch. Check comps. Oh my gosh, I will. Cookie Patch. Yes. Yeah. So McCoy doesn't sell like it used to. If you go to eBay, look up McCoy pottery and look up how many are listed and how many sold, the sell-through rate is not really good, and they just don't sell. The reason why is because the collectors have unfortunately been passing away. The younger, for most of McCoy stuff, younger people don't collect that. Same thing with Hummels that were big in the 80s and 90s, and Yadros and different cut glass crystal, all that sort of stuff. Ground advantage is cheaper now than padded flat rate. Okay, lag. It's not. And I'm not coming at you. It's not a true statement. So ground advantage for jeans are cheaper for someone in Florida to send to someone in Georgia. It's cheaper than padded flat rate. But if you're in Florida and you have to ship those jeans to California, this is cheaper. So it's not a blanket statement with that. It's calculated. So it could be $11.50 or $12 to ship that pair of jeans to California, whereas it only costs $6 or $7 to ship that pair of jeans to Georgia. So it just depends. Just depends. A flatted pat rate. Sunrise, you're in here just to give me a hard time. Come on. I was with your brother last night, and I was asking about how you're doing with your reselling. He said you're killing it still. Depends on how far they have to go. Yep, depends on how far they have to go. That's what it depends on. And again, I'm not coming at you. I just want people to know. I'm big chilling. I know you're big chilling. Today is just a fun day of thrifting for you. I love those days. I want it. I know that. I know. I love it. I'm sure there's some available on eBay. I'm sure. I don't know if I'm probably not going to sell that. Probably not going to sell that. Yep, the collectors are no longer with us. Nope, the collectors are no. Same thing with China. Yeah, all that sort of thing. Really, anything my parents, the baby boomer generation. The baby boomer generation, my parents are on the older end of that, and that stuff just isn't hot anymore, most of it. So you're on the side of the country. Check USPS rates. They are cheap. Yeah, so we'll go in real quick. I'll show you real quick. We're going to go to we're going to go into pirate ship. What's the zip code? What's the zip code, guys, in California? What's a zip code in California? Someone give me a zip code in California. Buc-ee's, Courtney. Buc-ee's the best. 90210, of course. 90210. Okay, so we're going to ship a label to John. Zip code 90210. And we'll just say like 51, I don't know, 25. I wonder if there's something. I don't know if I can find. I don't know if I can find an address. Let's just say. So I'm shipping from Indiana. Length, we'll say 10 or 8 by 2. So we're doing a pair of jeans. Let's say they weigh 1 pound and 10 ounces. A lot of times I put 2 pounds in for jeans. Shoot, we do need an address. I need a California address. Or Washington or somewhere. Let's just see if I type something in and something pops up. State. New York, California. There you go. Santa Barbara. Okay, there's something that came up. All right, let's see how much it costs. Get rates. So we're sending 1 pound something item. Okay, Ground Advantage cubic, $6.33 if you ship it from home. There you go. $6.33. I don't know what Ground Advantage cubic cheapest. Zone 8, insurance included. So maybe I'm completely wrong with that. Zone 8. I don't know what Zone 8 or cubic. Ground Advantage cubic. Okay, let me go back. Let me do 2 pounds. See what that does. I guess I'm gonna eat crow, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. Anyways, you might be right, and I'm gonna eat crow on that one. UPS. Oh, UPS. That's the default I use. Replying to I have 2 shipping policies. Yeah, I have different shipping policies. Wait, Kipsos didn't Yumbo talk about? Okay, you guys talking rates instead. Need to name. Just go to rates. See, I'm cheaper. It's cheaper than padded flat rate. Lag, I beg your pardon. If I'm wrong, I am wrong. I beg your pardon. Oh, someone gave me an address over there. Oh, so pirate ship can be cheaper than eBay? Yeah. So that was through pirate ship. If I go to USPS.com, that might be different. USPS.com. It's probably the same price. I'm not going to do the time, but it's probably the same. You're right. I can also ship from Indiana to California for $7.57. Okay, so I am in Indiana. I wonder what a Florida address would be. A Florida address to California. What would that be? Pirate ship. So we're gonna log in. Ship a language. Let's do 420 East. 510 state. I didn't do anything. 510 river. I don't know. 512, 51, 50 state. I don't know. Whoops. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you do it from Florida, if it would be cheaper. I don't know. I'm in Indiana, so it came from Indiana. I don't know. I'm just going to say you're right. On pirate ship. Ground advantage is also super fast. Yeah, I do ground advantage. Mostly I do because I have different shipping policies. I do these. I just sell all my jeans and I put them in these. It's just what I do. I just ship all my jeans in these. I always have. It might be cheaper, but I don't pay for shipping. The buyer pays for shipping. So, but yes, I just ship all my jeans in this. That's how I do it. Pirate ship is just a tiny bit cheaper. Kind of a pain. I thought you were just using priority because you like using the free shipping supplies. Ground always comes up cheaper for me. I let buyers pick. There you go. So I just have a couple different categories. So I do ground, I do flatted pat rate, I do flat rate, and then I just do priority. And then I choose whenever I list anything, I do it. So if I wanted to, from now on, I could just use ground. But yeah, I'd have to use like my own stuff or whatever. I just do this. But maybe I should switch over to just doing ground for most items. I could easily do that. Jeans and a Tyvek, yeah. So this would be priority. Tyvek would go out priority and not flat rate. But what I could do from now on is just do all my items, just pick ground and type in 1 pound, 10 ounces for jeans and just ship them in this. It wouldn't take me any more time because I still have to put in the weight. So I could do that. Seeing a lot of new Tommy Hilfiger is making its way back. Yeah, some of it is for sure. The baggy is for sure. I sold a pair like a week and a half ago. Baggy, it was awesome. And I haven't been doing. It asked me if your content was appropriate before I entered. Never. It's never appropriate. You can put 2 policies on one listing and they can pick. I got you. So I just pick the policy and ship it. So I don't know. It works for me. I will probably do more of that ground advantage for jeans and stuff if it's cheaper for the buyer. Again, I don't pay for shipping, but if it's cheaper for the buyer, then it's cheaper overall and it might help me get the sale, right? So that does make more sense. So lag, you do make more sense by doing it that way. Also, being in the middle of the country, it's probably cheaper to go everywhere. But I still don't have a hard time. I sold 20 items since yesterday morning, so it's still working out. Scored big yesterday on Roosevelt's new with tags baby Yoda shirt. Sold for $300. Upgrade my buyer shipping to priority mail. Yes, if you sell an item that's worth a ton of money, a lot of times they treat priority mail a little bit better, I think, and you can do it. But yeah, I sold an original heart-shaped box t-shirt back in the day for $500. I wish I still had that shirt. Yeah, but yeah, that could probably lag. That is, but that could have been really in style back then. That's the thing with style and art and clothing and everything. I even think shoes are super popular right now. The shoe game is so hot. There's going to be a time where that's going to fall off. It's going to happen. It's going to fall off at some point. In my opinion. If you learn ground cubic, it's a game changer. Got you. Do you do international too? Yep, I do international. International is you just click a button and you have no idea it's going international. It just ships international. I charge $8.95 shipping for jeans. Most ship for $6. Worst case, it's $8 to the furthest zones. All right, Caleb being in Ohio. So you're kind of like me in the Midwest, in the middle of the Midwest. Oh, that shirt sells for thousands now. Dang. Well, yeah, there's always the regrets. What item do I ever regret about? That painting, which you guys, a lot of you know about it. If you haven't, I have it in a short. But that was my own fault, I guess. I took it to what my conservator who does paintings, and he's done Warhols, he's done everything. And he didn't know who did the painting. He said it's early 18th century or 17th century, early 19th century. And there was no artist on there. He didn't know. Someone knew who it was, and they bought it for $10,000 from me. I paid next to nothing for it, $50. So 50 into 10,000, and they sold it for 150 at Sotheby's. So crazy. If ask me your content was appropriate. Oh, my bad. You going out for shopping today? I'm gonna do a little shopping. I have a lot of work to do. So yeah. All right, but learn something new. So what I'm gonna probably do from now on is I'm gonna probably do jeans ground. I'm gonna probably put them at 8x8x2 at 2 pounds and ship them like this in ground from now on. So priority padded flat rate's probably going to be mostly just for Poshmark, right? So check back on me on that, unless I already have it done. But yes, so I'm always learning something. I appreciate that. I feel bad now if I gave people bad information. I feel bad. You can tell I feel bad about it. Where did you get the painting though? At an estate sale, Courtney. So that painting came from the same estate sale where if you look up TC Steele, Indiana artist, he's the most well-known Indiana artist, probably. And I sold his painting. I bought it for like $7,000, sold it for $42,000. And that came from the same estate. And I have a couple other paintings that came from that same estate. So they worked at a company called Eli Lilly here in Indianapolis, and they were executive. They had buku money. Eli Lilly is like one of the biggest medicine manufacturers. So yeah, that's where I got it from, and that estate. They also had a Rolls Royce from, I might have a picture of it in my favorites. They had a Rolls Royce from 30. I'll show you that painting. Here's a picture of it before and after. So before is the top, before I had it cleaned, and after is the bottom. So before and after. That's the painting that I had. Let me see if I can find. This is the painting that I sold for $10,000 that went for a lot more. It's a sensitive subject. All the watches I've sold. So this watch right here, it's a Daytona from 1989, I think. I bought it at auction locally for $6,000 and sold it for just under $10,000. So like all the different watches that I sold. So watches are a thing for me. And that's where I really like to be. But that market, everyone knows about it now. Watches are my thing. I'm looking for, yeah, I don't have a picture of it. I don't have a picture of it. I don't know where it is. And then, of course, Surf's Up Finds. My surf truck. I'm just going through my favorites. My surf truck. All right. Did you make more money on Whatnot or eBay? Oh, my gosh. On eBay. I only do one Whatnot. I have a Whatnot show this Sunday. I only do one Whatnot show a month, if that. And I basically just I only put women's clothing on there. I don't list women's clothing on eBay or Poshmark or anywhere because I just don't like listing women's clothing. So what I thought I'd do with Whatnot, I wasn't planning on ever doing Whatnot, but I'm like, all right, I know women's clothing. I'll buy it for cheap, and then people can buy it, resell it, or buy it for personal on Whatnot. So I don't make much on Whatnot at all, really. It's just a little bit. It's just a little side hustle for me. But yeah, way more on eBay. 100% more, way more on eBay. Where did you get the painting though? Pharmaceutical company that makes, there you go. Yeah. Do you own any Rolexes? Yes, I do. How many listings are you listing a day? 15. Are we done shipping? Yeah, Lulu, we're done shipping. Enjoy your day, brother. Gotta go. Yeah. Gotta go. Love the truck. I was just sitting here chit-chatting, which I really should be working. Okay. So, yes, I own right now. So what I did during 2001 and 2, when everyone was getting money and everything went through the roof, prices, cars were expensive, everything was expensive because people had money. I took that opportunity to sell all of my expensive watches that I did not have any type of attachment to. So like I have some nice watches that I have attachments to. One that I purchased when I had my kids and I held my kids for the first time. I had that watch. It's priceless to me. One I inherited, one that I bought. I found one retail and I bought it when my nephew was born, and I'll never get rid of that one. Stuff like that. Got to show us the collection. I will. I can show the collection. I think I have a short on it, or I used to. Here was the collection at one time. So there's a Daytona, a gold sub, some GMTs, stuff like that. All right, guys, have a good day. I'm going to start selling on Mercari. Yes, I got to figure it out. I think they're doing that little, like, sending my bank account 25 cents and then refunding me to make sure my bank account matches up. Because yesterday I couldn't figure it out. I think that's what's going on. You got a Pepsi? Yep, I have a Pepsi, Javi. You want to talk watches, Javi? We can talk watches. Yes, I have a Pepsi and I have a Batman. Pepsi and a Batman. I never owned a Coke or a root beer. Never had a Coke or a root beer. Thanks for sharing. You're welcome. How's your cross listing going? Cross listing's going great. Every time I list, I cross list. It's going great because I'm selling stuff on Poshmark. I sold 3 things yesterday or over the last 24 hours on Poshmark. So it's going well. Thank you. The sprites are really nice. The sprites have the crown facing the other way though. The sprite, a lot of Rolex watches, they're based off the color of the bezel. So the Pepsi is a blue and red bezel. A Coke is a black and red bezel. The Batman's a black and blue bezel. And the Sprite is green and black. And the bezel, it's backwards. The crown's facing the opposite direction. I don't like that. So, all right. I will see you guys the next